When they made this Cybertruck, they did not factor in that I'm an idiot. I was trying to put the thing in park. It parks itself. Anyway.
Everyone's backing off from Mike near the water.
Yeah. We're going to stand there.
You go closest to the water.
No one's going in the pool.
No
okay, listen, I will come out of retirement pretty much.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. But I'm here with the Fight Disciples crew. Two very good friends of mine, Adam Catterall, Nick Peet, of course. UFC 300, historic fight card. We've been talking about what's going to be fight of the night. We've been breaking down the fights, giving predictions, all that kind of thing. But I think this weekend we're going to see somebody emerge as a clear-cut contender for Islam Makhachev. Of course, Dustin Poirier is out there with a claim. There's Justin Gaethje, who really is the next rightful #1 contender. He should be next, but he's fighting Max Holloway. If Max Holloway wins, then he could get a shot. Arman Tsarukyan versus Charles Oliveira, that's pegged as an official #1 contender matchup as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, right, that all potentially have a shot at fighting Islam Makhachev next.
Yeah.
So, feel free, interrupt. It's not a formal conversation.
No, I'm just trying to think of what you just said there, of what direction this is going to go in. Because Dustin's he's not on this card, right? So he's done a great job.
Justin's a has-been?
No.
Dustin's
a has-been?
Has been.
I know.
Against Benoit Saint-Denis, he was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So at the moment, he's probably leading the pack because he's performed. So now you've got 4 lads performing this weekend.
Now hold on a minute. So I said because of his performance against Benoit,
yeah,
I said that kind of leapfrogs him and puts him ahead of
absolutely
everybody. Because when you're active and you steal the show,
yeah,
and the fight was like that and you electrify audiences,
yeah,
all of a sudden you emerge as a fan favourite and a fight the UFC want to put on. I was abused for that. Well, not only by Justin Gaethje, but by people in the YouTube comment section, you pricks.
Yeah, but that's how the business works.
Especially if you're Dustin Poirier, with all due respect, it's Dustin Poirier. So if he puts a statement performance in like he did, then he's absolutely now got to be at the front of the queue. Don't get me wrong. These 4 guys at the weekend get absolutely the chance to step in front of him.
Of course.
But right now, Dustin's got to be nose in front because of what he's just done.
Yeah, and you can't now, with hindsight, look back at Benoit Saint-Denis being, what was he, ranked 12th?
Uh-huh.
You can't look, because at the time everybody's like going, oh,
He's the kid.
Dustin, what are you doing taking that fight, man? That is a very, very tough fight. Dustin Poirier performed, he's the front runner. Do I think he can get leapfrogged? Yeah, absolutely. Because then you've got a performance, which hopefully is going to come out UFC 300, which will be backed up by multiple wins, multiple performances, and Justin Gaethje is probably then the next front runner, isn't he? He's obviously got a win over Dustin.
Yeah.
He's got a brilliant performance.
Knocked him out.
He's got a brilliant performance against Fiziev.
Yeah.
And if he goes and beats Max Holloway,
yeah,
you're the guy, man.
But sorry, Mike, sorry to jump in.
No.
While you're right, what physical condition is he going to be in beating Max Holloway? If they beat the out of each other for 5 rounds, which we're all kind of expecting to happen, we're expecting violence. What condition is Gaethje in the aftermath? Does he leave a piece of himself in the octagon? Does he need 6 months out to fully recover? Does he then take a step back and somebody else gets an opportunity?
But this is why this is a real conversation, because you're forgetting about Charles Oliveira, Du Bronx,
exactly.
A man that was the former champion, a man that was scheduled to fight Islam but had to withdraw because he cut his eyebrow. Who stepped in instead? Who was it? He cut his eyebrow, didn't he? Volkanovski stepped up.
Uh-huh.
But if Oliveira goes out there and beats Arman Tsarukyan, does he leapfrog Justin Gaethje? Does he leapfrog Dustin Poirier? Does he emerge as the next contender?
No. Because
he can.
But because he's been beaten by Islam Makhachev.
So the aura around that fight isn't quite what it could be with Justin.
Yeah.
Justin's lost to Charles.
I tell you could leapfrog, Arman Tsarukyan could leapfrog. If he beats the former champ.
He lost to Islam Makhachev.
On his debut.
His debut, though.
On short notice.
Split decision.
But it was a loss.
But it wasn't a finish.
But it was a loss.
But it wasn't a finish.
But we've seen that fight.
Bonus.
You know what I'm saying?
But we've seen that fight, but it was only over 3 rounds. It was super close. It was a fight of the night bonus, award-winning fight, and it was on his debut at late notice. So the narrative's there to go, you've just fucking beat Charles Oliveira, kid. Gaethje, regardless of what happens with Gaethje, Max Holloway, regardless of what Dustin's just done, I think Arman Tsarukyan, with a statement, with a finish, can claim the next shot.
Okay, so we're all agreeing then that as much as we all love Max Holloway, even if he was to beat Justin Gaethje, he's not going to be in the conversation.
he's in the conversation, but I don't think he's the guy.
Yeah.
I don't think
No, he's not the guy to
If
beat him
Max lights
stylistically.
up,
But I
Gaethje
mean,
I don't think he's the guy
stops
to get the.
I'm
If he
talking.
lights him up and stops him, then fucking right, man.
But in terms of merit, would he be
Yeah.
that? If he scrapes by a decision,
Then
and I
no.
say scrape by, that sounds insulting.
No.
But if he edges out a real close decision, does that make him the guy? Because
Yeah.
to be the guy, you got to beat the guy.
Of course.
And Justin Gaethje is the guy.
Well, he's the great. He's in the conversation for the greatest featherweight of all time. In the conversation, I'm not saying that he is, but he's in that conversation.
Well,
Even-
Volkanovski would have something to say
Of course,
about that.
of course, and so will Jose Aldo.
And rightly so.
With a statement against Gaethje, let's say he does have statements against Gaethje, he does get the finish. He might get on the microphone and go, "Hey, I'm just playing here. I only came for the BMF belt. Weights mean nothing.
Yeah.
Give me the kid from Spain. I want to go back to. I want Topuria next, and he'll probably get
That's
the
more
Topuria
likely.
fight.
That's more likely.
What is?
Max Holloway
Max
back
going
at
back down
145
to featherweight to
Topuria.
take on Topuria.
Yeah, but you got to wait for the bloody ambulance to pass. Then we're going to wait for Topuria to rematch Volk.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe.
So that could be a while.
I don't know, man. That was a statement performance against Volk, and Volk could do it some time off like his pal Izzy. I wouldn't be if Max Holloway stops Gaethje, gets on the microphone and goes, "When he came for the belt, I'm going back to featherweight." I would be all in on him fighting
Joseph,
Topuria next.
I don't think there's a wrong answer to this question, man.
No, there isn't a wrong answer, but it's a very interesting one
Yeah.
because you know Islam Makhachev is sitting there and he's waiting for a matchup, okay?
Yeah.
Said he wants to be active this year. He took a bit of time out because of Ramadan and he wants to be active. He wants to continue making money, make hay while the sun shines and take care of all the competition. The problem is that he's in the most stacked division, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of really intriguing fights and this weekend's relevant because Justin, Arman, Oliveira, Holloway,
Yeah.
Poirier's waiting in the wings to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And let's remember, I don't know if this is true, but there's a rumour floating around that it is going to be Islam versus Dustin at UFC 302, I believe,
Okay.
in Newark, New Jersey. That's just what I've seen on Twitter. That is not an official Mikey B UFC announcement. That's just dickheads on Twitter. I don't know where it came from, but it might make sense.
Yeah, but if that's when Islam's going to fight 302, then it will be Dustin. Because I think this is too quickly to turn round for anybody, unless it's a one-hitter quitter.
I'm just going to say, Tsarukyan versus Oliveira could end in the first round with a quick submission, and the victor could be fresh. So either one. I think we should end this conversation with a single name.
Let's
Each choose a single name Sunday morning. Who is in pole position? Who will fight the champion next? Mikey B, you go first. Go on.
Well, still got it, kids. Right, that's all you got to fucking know, right? Ba, 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 ba. That was fast.
Just give us a name. Give us a name.
Dustin Poirier, for fuck's sake. I said it weeks ago and I'll say it again. Dustin Poirier stole the show at UFC 299, an absolutely massive fight card with an incredible fight. That performance is going to be hard to top. That performance has the public dying to see that fight. That performance has Islam Makhachev saying, you know what, that really gets me going. That generates pay-per-view. That brings in massive, massive numbers and he's a fan favourite and he's not going to be around much longer. I say, with a spinning back kick announcement, and the flying knee. Dustin Poirier. Still got it.
Go on. Give us a name.
What's the pool?
Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje. Beaten Fiziev in tremendous fashion. Knocked out Dustin Poirier. And I think he will beat Max Holloway. May even be, as you're kind of alluding to, some type of doctor stoppage. Stopping Max Holloway would be an incredible statement, regardless of weight. Justin Gaethje will be pole position Sunday morning.
May I just add something though? Does he need to finish Max Holloway though? Because
No.
Dustin Poirier.
If he puts on a performance like he does against Fiziev, against Max Holloway, that's good enough for me.
So Max Holloway's your guy, Dustin Poirier's mine.
Justin Gaethje's my guy.
Yeah, Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
Mine's Poirier. Yours is.
I'm going to go Charles Oliveira.
Whee!
I think Charles Oliveira, I know what you're saying about Dustin. I completely agree with you. Right now, Dustin
yeah?
is the man. But I think by Sunday morning, when the smoke clears at the T-Mobile Arena, it will be yesterday's news. Because fresh news will be Charles Oliveira's back. The champion has a name. Give him the opportunity. Put him in front of the champ next.
Islam has fought and beat Charles Oliveira.
Stopped him, subbed him.
Caught him
He
early.
has not fought Justin Gaethje.
Correct.
He has not fought Dustin Poirier.
Correct.
He has not fought Arman Tsarukyan.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
He beat him on
He
Sunday.
beat him. Short notice. Close fight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's about it.
I don't think there's a wrong answer.
No, there isn't.
But
I want
that's
to change
the-
my
that's
answer
the-
now because I've just realised I think Tsarukyan's going to win.
Yeah, you said Tsarukyan beats Oliveira. What are you
Tsarukyan,
talking
just
about?
rewind that. Do whatever you need to do, Ben. I'm going Tsarukyan. There you go.
John, that's my editor, by the way.
There's absolutely no wrong answer. The beauty of that is, Dustin's done his bit. He's made his statement. Right?
Okay.
Go and make your statement at UFC 300.
I'm going to throw in a little something. By all accounts, there's a certain very notorious lightweight coming back this week.
Exactly.
Fighting Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor. Michael Chandler, apparently that's going to get announced, right?
Yeah.
If that goes down at 155, which we assume it will, okay, none of this 185, none of this 170 nonsense.
I can't see that being.
But still, if Conor comes back and wins,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
does he fight Islam next as well?
Mate, he fights whoever the he wants, but I think
Of course he does.
there's more chance of Conor coming back if he wins, fighting Leon Edwards than there is fighting.
I
for
think
lightweight
there's
title.
more chance of Conor platting Fogg than fighting and beating Leon Edwards.
And say
Let's
beating.
be
No, I
honest.
just said fighting.
Yeah.
Do you think 170? I think 170.
After seeing him in that Roadhouse movie, I can't see that.
Yeah,
thing
no.
getting back down to
Yeah, of
155.
course he was on all the good supplements. He was doing a lot of, he was doing back and bicep all day long. But I saw him recently. He's slimmed down.
He has.
He's looking very, very slim.
He has.
When I say very slim, he's looking very watered down.
The answer to your question, I don't think it'll be next because it'll be
Yeah.
303. But by November, December, he might.
Last-
If he beats Chandler,
what about this then? What about this? If Max Holloway wins and he becomes the BMF champ, does Max Holloway rematch Conor if he comes through Chandler?
Oh, that's a good one.
fight. That's a
Hold
fight.
on, hold on.
BMF belt.
that's not the title of this video.
No, it's
Why-
not.
just
Exactly. Hold on. Let's finish on this. We're talking about Islam Makhachev.
It's good.
Yes.
By the way.
Islam Makhachev has a tremendous amount of world-class, famous, big-name opponents ahead of him. Tough challenges as well. Do you think he beats them all? He already beat Oliveira. Does he beat Gaethje and Poirier the way that Habib did? Does he beat Tsarukyan? Does he go through them all?
No.
No.
Really?
No, I don't
No.
think he does. I don't think he does.
I think he beats a lot of them.
This is MMA, man.
But no.
No one stays undefeated for that long. That's why Habib got out the back door when he needed to.
So,
Because no one stays undefeated.
So,
in this
okay,
game.
so-
He's
so-
lost
And he has
before,
been beaten.
and he can lose again.
Yeah.
another way of looking at this then is which one out of all of them has the best chance of beating Islam?
Arman Tsarukyan.
Arman Tsarukyan.
Yeah, I think so.
Tsarukyan!
Arman Tsarukyan.
All right, Street Fighter 2, there it is. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed and rung the bell, do so. Also, give the Fight Disciples a follow and a subscribe. They are breaking down boxing in the best way possible. We're in Las Vegas. Tomorrow, we're going to be in the desert. We're going to be with the Cybertruck. We're going to be with Tom Aspinall. We're going to be shooting guns. We're going to be blowing shit up. We're going to be throwing Christian into the pool. Nick's going to go in as well. He don't know it yet, but he's going in. Thank you very much. UFC 300 Fight Week is underway, and we're having a good time so far. Get it in!